All right, today we're here with a Land Cruiser 120 series. This is a 2006 year, and it's the KDJ 120 diesel turbo. And it's a nice rainy day here in the city of Nairobi, but I'm sheltered in my client's house. So the story with this is that the brake system is malfunctioning. So the backstory is he was driving one time and he would hear occasionally a buzz or a beep, and the traction control light would come on. So put the key on, and that's that light, those two over there would come on and it would beep, and then the beep would go away and the lights would go off. So it started doing that. It did that for about a week, and then one day he was driving in his driveway and the beep came and did not stop. But what he realized was that he lost assisted braking, so the brake pedal became very hard. Luckily he was just pulling into his driveway, so he just eased into his driveway and shut the car off. Got his mechanic to come. They towed the car away and they said that the brake master cylinder was bad, and they ordered several replacements. He said they tried about 5 of them, and that tells me they were actually trying second-hand brake master cylinders. Now, guys, I see this a lot. Do not get second-hand parts for hydraulic brake systems. Why? Because they've been pulled most likely out of cars with defective brake systems already. So it doesn't surprise me that you try 5 different parts and you've got 5 different failures, because these systems fail either on the motor or on the accumulator. So the only proper way to do this is the way we did it in the Mitsubishi video. You diagnose the part, you replace the defective part with the original new part. Stop this nonsense of used parts when it comes to brake hydraulic systems. You are not saving any money and you are going to have problems. So anyway, after trying for so long, they decided to send somebody to Uganda, and they identified a good part from there, again a used one, and they brought it in. They installed it. So he said that it worked for about a month, and then he started having occasionally just the brake light here flashing. Okay, so it would flash on and off, on and off. And he noticed that when he's going downhill, that's when it would flash, and when he's going uphill, but when he's going steady, it wouldn't. And then now it's on all the time. So let's start the car. So we're running. You can see our handbrake is down, but we have got the brake warning light here, and we have got our traction control disabled. Okay, now let us go in front, and I want you to look at this. That is your hydraulic system. That's the one that was changed. Aside from it looking scruffy, I don't care about that. Look at this. Check this line out. This line has been brazed here. Guys, do you know the type of pressures that this thing puts out? You do not want to do this on a brake line. This is going to fail. I don't know why it's like that. Presumably, I think they've changed the accumulator, because this is not the original accumulator for this car. So it has got an aftermarket accumulator a modified brake line, and then if we come here to our connector, look at this. I'm pulling the connector out and in. The connector is not moving. So this is broken, and we do not have any basically lock motion. So I don't know if that is a problem or not. I'm yet to scan the car, but I really don't like this. Regardless of what I do here, oh, and the level here is very low. Yeah, there is my liquid level. That's below the minimum line. Okay. So we have low liquid level. We have a aftermarket accumulator. We have a badly done breezed brake line, and we have a broken lock on the connector. Is this what we're doing now? Guys, fix your cars properly. This is not the way to treat clients' cars. And I've been told, well, these parts are expensive. You need to understand something. It is not your business what type of car your client chooses to drive. These cars are expensive to maintain. That's just the way it is. You're not saving your client any money by doing stuff like this. All you're going to do is to add him problems down the line. You're better off telling him you need a new part. In this case, maybe he only needed the accumulator and the pump because they come as an assembly. And yes, it's expensive. It's over $1,000. But it's his car. He's the one who has chosen to drive this car. Let him know what it takes. If he does not want to fix it, send him to somewhere else. But do not do this. If this fails on the highway when he is driving, it will cost him his life. This is not worth it. So let's go in and find out why we have the two lights on. You see what if you can communicate with this thing. Just as a quick side note, this is the system. Your part number for this whole thing is 47050-60111. If you look up this part number and you look at the picture, this is what it's supposed to look like. All right. So that line that has been breezed is this one that's supposed to loop down here. The whole thing down here looks different. So I think this line was bent out, it broke, and then they decided to do that breezing that was done in front. And this kit is the one that is available from Toyota. And usually the motor, either the motor or the accumulator fails, but you just buy the assembly. It comes together. And this is what you should install. This would have saved this client a lot of headache, and I really would not have been here if this was done. Assuming even that was the problem. I don't know if that was the problem or not. So let's scan the car and see what we have. All right, I finished scanning, and our ABS unit does not show up on any of our control modules. Now, is this a communication problem or is this an aftermarket scan tool problem? So I want to set up my TechStream on my laptop and rescan using TechStream. Okay, this is a scan in TechStream, and this is another lesson why you should always have a backup scan tool. So that was a scan tool issue with my other scan tool. It could not find the ABS, but TechStream, which is the original Toyota scanner, has found it. All right, maybe I should be using the original Toyota scanner as much as possible, or the original OEM scanner as much as possible, so I don't waste time. So let's go inside here and see 1202 brake fluid level low, open circuit in brake fluid level, warning switch circuit. Well, this may be a simple problem, and it could be just that the level is low. So let's go back in front And I did notice that the level is low. And there we are, below the minimum now. The question is, why is our level dropping? Brake system is supposed to be a closed system. Are we having an issue with our accumulator, or is it leaking through that line, or are we leaking through one of the wheels? Maybe they did not close the bleeders properly when they were bleeding this system. I know this system is notorious to bleed. So I'm going to put brake fluid in here and top it up to the max line, but this is way too much fluid loss. I think we have a leak. Let me just quickly go and check all 4 wheels and see if we have any signs of leaking. All right, so I'm checking the wheels and we have a leak, or what appears to be a leak back here. So this is the rear right caliper, and so this is the rear right caliper. Now if you go down in there, it's a bit hard to see, but there is wetness on this caliper. So what I want to do is to remove this wheel and then see what is happening over here, but there is brake fluid that is out here. So this is rainwater, that's not the issue, but inside the tire you can see that there's wetness right in there, and the way it has stripped the paint of the wheel, that's definitely brake fluid. So let's get in there. So there we have it, confirmed. We are leaking on the rear right caliper, and if you see this, it's actually leaking from the seal internally to the caliper. That's an easy fix. All we need to do is to get the caliper reseal kit for this. It comes with these seals, it comes with a boot, it comes with the inner lip seal, which is the one that's leaking. And just to be on the safe side, I'm going to get a new bleeder as well. I can see this one is quite marred up. I don't want to have other issues. And then up front, what we are going to do is to renew this hard pipe, because I can guarantee you this is going to fail if we leave it like that. That's not a good repair. So 1 hard pipe, 1 caliper repair kit, and then we top up that fluid and then warn him that this is an aftermarket accumulator. This accumulator can fail at any time. I suggest we buy a new accumulator motor assembly. Not my car, I don't make the decisions, but I can only fix it right. I only fix it if they give me the correct original parts. That's it. 2006 Land Cruiser Prado brake issue caused by a leaking brake system. Until next time.